Everybody get the fuck. You got no bottles? Put the bitches in the hell. I'm a gangster, but I'm liquor. I'm a throw this ass for sure. With my background in the air, put my neck up. Work songs in this bitch, my system yelling out, let's go. Ratchet shit on top of how we shaking ass and upper road. Hey. Go. Let me see that ass move. Trying to see that ass jiggle. You and all your friends do. Put my leg up on the top, but I ain't stepping on my shoes. Look,
Period.
all you bitches better move. Look, I say, move, move. Move, 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 hey, move, move, move. No, my titties don't play shot, but I'm still twerking at them red lights. They like what you got me. You a rapper, get your hair right. Pussy taste like water off a perky, eat me air like that nigga know he stuck me up. Them buttons, I'm like, yeah, I'm groovy, man. The concert is the movie. Drink my teleport myself into the Gucci. Might be busting on me, girl. Watch how you move it. Bust, collar, chubby, I'm like Shaggy, like Scooby. I say, move, 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 move. No rappers, you better not touch. I got my gun, it's gonna get wicked. You know we can't shut by the drill. We trying to kick and shut the man. If I'm coming through it, that's on my niggas. We got me arm moves. This digging harder than a tree. I put my hands up on my ankles, getting twirling, making these. This that real truth song. I'm probably about to lose my voice. I shit my ass and he start rapping on it. Got the got much up in my cage. I can't let you niggas have it. No, I'm pretty in the sleeve, so I might let a nigga scrap it. Good
morning, Joshua. Hold on, y'all. I gotta restart this phone.
Everybody get the fuck.
Good morning. Good morning, y'all.
I'm a gangster, but I'm liquor. I'm a throw this ass for sure. With my background in the air, put my neck up. Work songs in this bitch. Ratchet shit on top of how we shaking ass and upper road. Look, I say, go. Let me see that ass move. Trying to see that ass jiggle. You and all your friends do. Put my leg up on the top, but I ain't stepping up my shoes. Look, but cold. All you bitches better move. Look, I say, move, move. Move, 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 move. Now my bitches don't play shot, but I'm still twerking at them red lights. They like what you got me. You a rapper, get your hair right. You looking just like water off a perky, eat me day and night. That nigga know he stuck me up them.
Good morning. Good morning, Brandon. Hey, Sport Mom. Look, y'all. Sport Mom, look, let's go.
We can't shut by the drill. We trying to kick and shut the man. On my cup and throw it back up on my niggas. Really clapping arm moves. This digging harder than a tree. I put my hands up on my ankles, getting twirling, making me. This that real truth song. I'm probably about to lose my voice. I got merch up in my cages. I can't let you niggas have it. No, I'm pretty in the sleeve, so I might let a nigga scrap it. I'm holy on me, please don't fill my cup and dress. Oh, this shit that activated me, and now my hand up on my throat. Tongue job looks like I'm posing freaky shit, curl on my throat. And if I let them hit this pussy, I put it on their nose. Cut myself.
Y'all. Y'all probably wondering why I'm up so early listening to music. Well, what, babe? You hungry? You want to eat? Now you want to eat? Now you want to eat? We in front of company? Look, y'all. I'm having a productive morning. Okay. Got these kids up out the house for school. Dang, I got to take y'all with me because I'm not on my phone. Okay, y'all gonna have to come with me, okay, into the kitchen. Good morning, sunshine. Okay, good morning. Good morning, Javar. Hey, y'all. Y'all want to know why I'm up so early listening to juke music? Okay. Because we're going to have a great day. All right. It's a great day in the city of Chicago. There's snow on the ground. Children are at school. I'm so happy, y'all. I thought they was going to cancel school because of the snow. I was up in here stressed out. I'm like, hell no. I woke up. I ain't had no email, no text message, no good morning, a good evening, good early afternoon, parents. Due to weather conditions, children will not be attended. I didn't get none of that. I ain't getting none of that. So I'm happy. Okay. Folks is at school. I can get some housework done for the holidays. Okay. All right. It's a good morning. All right. Come on, man. Good work. Hold up. Come on. Look, I can deal with you. All right. She say, oh, y'all have snow up there. Hey, Brandy. Yes, girl. It's snow. KJ, what you want? You want peaches, strawberry? What you want, child? What you want? You want banana? What you want? Huh? You want strawberry? You want a bagel? Or you want a piece of toast? Because I'm going to make me one. What you want? You want bacon? Toast. I'm about to make me some bacon. Y'all, look. I got me some cinnamon cake. That's mine. You can have it. I got me some cinnamon bread, butter, some cinnamon spread, some cinnamon sugar butter spread for my bagels, y'all. It's the glorious morning, okay? All right. Okay. What's yours? No, it's not. How you gonna tell? How you gonna take my stuff? It's mine. Do you want some bacon? You ain't gonna answer the question. You want some bacon? You want some bacon? I know y'all like what? More like it's like 6 inch. It was supposed to be 6 to 10 inches, but you know. But look, all I'm gonna say is I'm happy. Okay, y'all. You want what? I'm not giving you my drink. It's not happening. I don't care about you crying. See, this is why kids need to be in school. This is why children don't need to be at home with their parents. Okay? All right? I remember being seen and not heard, okay, when I was his age. All right? Maybe I was somewhere with a babysitter. I don't know, because my mama was at work. What? You want to get smart? You trying to show out in front of company? YouTube I ain't scared of YouTube. I ain't worried about no ops. Okay? I ain't worried about no haters. All right? You can't embarrass me on YouTube. Okay? I don't even care. Hey, good morning, young Riaz. Good morning, everybody. Y'all seem to be up this morning. Look, I know I'm up this morning. All right, I'm taking care of my business. No, but I'll just beside y'all. I got some content for y'all, but we're gonna have to wait to get into it because now KJ swear up down he hungry and I'm starving him, child. Okay. So what? It's almost 9 o'clock in the morning. You ain't getting no pop. I can have pop at 9 o'clock in the morning. My body is strong and old and don't need no more nutrients. Okay, I'm like, no, I give you orange juice, and I ain't give you no pop. We have this argument every morning. What is it gonna take for you to understand that no more? Huh? What is it gonna take? Because all you saying right now is because what? Because you feel like you should have popped at 9 o'clock in the morning? No. Because then they're going to say I'm not raising you right. I'm bringing you up on sugar and red dye number 4. Just having a fit. Y'all, this is what I go through in the morning. This is what I go through every morning. Okay? I see you drinking pop, so I should have some pop. No. Okay? If you keep at it, I'm gonna call your grandma and your granddad. You want me to call them? I'm gonna call them right now. Yeah, I gotta make a phone call. Hold on, y'all. I gotta make a phone call. I gotta tell on somebody because they acting up. Okay, y'all, I'm back. All right. You still call yourself mad, but I don't care. I'm gonna make this bacon. Y'all want some bacon? Look, I ain't even made no phone call. He just in there hollering. Oh my God, she's the worst mother in the world because she won't give me no pop. Oh my God, somebody call child CPS. Call them. You in here torturing me. Like, boy, if you don't shut up. Hold on, y'all. Let me find out if Jim wants some oatmeal with his bacon or if he just want a bagel and some bacon. Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Hey, the cynical one. Good morning. The Bible say we bore our slave master. Huh? Well, y'all, he said he don't want no I guess he said I can't make bacon. I don't know. Okay, I ain't gonna get in the way of nobody's health care. Okay. But guess what? I'm gonna eat some bacon and so is KJ while he in there whining like somebody cares. Okay. But yeah, I got some content for y'all. So I have a question. Do y'all think you can love your friend? Now the title of my live say more than your spouse. But what I want to know is, do you think you can love your friend just as much as you love your spouse? Or can your spouse hold a place in can your friend hold a place in your heart that your spouse may not necessarily, you know, um, have as well? My answer is yes, because I feel like friends are needed in life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm having this conversation for a reason, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all in a second. I'm gonna pull it up, okay? Because I know how to multitask. All right, hold on. All right, and y'all, this is a part of my own health kick too because I'm trying to gain weight, so I have to eat in the morning. I have to eat not only 3 times a day, but maybe like, you know, 4 and like some in between snacks. So I'm gonna be eating a lot of calories. You say what? Why you hating? You said you ain't want no breakfast. Okay, which I believe it's bullshit. But you know, I'm lying like this. Y'all see how he do abuse, spousal abuse. Help. Ain't nobody trying to reverse psychology. I'm being abused. I'm trying to be a loving wife this early morning, waking you up with juke music, a hollering child, and bacon. Yeah. But anyway, y'all. So I do believe that your friend, like a friend or friend, family. I'm gonna say certain family members like a sister or a brother can have a place in your heart or in your life that your spouse may not necessarily be a part of. And I actually think that's a healthy part of having a relationship with anybody is being able to have relationships with other people outside of your spouse. Babe, what do you think about that? You got to talk a little loud because I don't know if they can hear you. Do you think you can love your friend just as much as your spouse, more than your spouse, or even and not? I don't want to keep saying more than your spouse, but that's what the title of my live is. And I'm gonna tell you, well, if you watch it, I'm gonna tell everybody why I'm saying that. But do you think your friends can hold a place in your heart that your spouse may not necessarily? I'm not gonna say have access to, but like it's just a different relationship. Like that's your friend.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, right. Now let me ask you this: do you think is that my that's your thing? Do you think that that's a healthy part of having a relationship or no? Like being able to um manage your friendships and other relationships outside of your spouse.
what you mean by manage?
Like okay, so I'm gonna say new age relationship. I don't know what I really want to say because I don't feel like it's a new age thing. I just feel like I will say this: young people, some young people, okay, have the mindset of me, I, right? And they feel like the world revolves around them. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no room for other people ever, right? And it's like if you look on y'all gotta excuse me getting over a cold. If you look on social media, it's like, oh, I don't need no friend. I just need to be me and my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you agree with that? KJ, you better eat this food too. Ain't nobody gonna play with you on your emotions. Okay? Don't come away from me. Ain't nobody thinking about you. Okay? I'm gonna have a good day, regardless of your attitude, regardless of your what? Now you don't want it. Now you done came in front of YouTube God, okay, and the Wi-Fi said the two ponies, okay. Now listen, I was gonna make me something to eat regardless. I just want everybody to know that, okay. I was headed to the kitchen. I said I'm doing my content and okay, because I'm gonna be doing a whole lot of hands today. Because I gotta get the stuff done before my kids get out of school. And y'all, what? You don't want to do what? Why do what? Hold on, y'all. This is getting ridiculous. Okay, y'all, my bad. I'm back. So when you talk about having friends, a lot of the time people like I even noticed that with a lot of older people too, they say they don't have a lot of friends. You know what I'm saying? And which is okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But there was a statement made by a woman that was going through a divorce, y'all. I'm about to show y'all the clip in a second. I got 3 more pieces of bacon to make, and then I can get to the content. Okay. But some people were in the comments saying that her marriage had to be real bad if she loved her friend more than she loved her husband. Now I can agree with that because how you love your friend more than you love your husband. You know what I'm saying? That's a little jack. That's a little messed up. No judgment here. But you either really have to, I'm gonna say this. I think she couldn't stand that food. Okay. KJ, what is you doing? Okay, hold on, y'all. So let me share my screen. Hold up. Y'all, I'm in a really good mood this morning. Not even in a really good mood. I just look, y'all. I'm doing some work around here, okay? Just figuring out where this what. Okay. Faith without works is what, y'all? Dead. Okay. And I'm just so okay, Jen. Okay. Are you gonna eat while you worried about what they eating on YouTube? Oh, you worried about Roblox? Y'all hear him? No, I'm worried about Roblox. I know y'all like Vaughn. Yeah, y'all. I'm doing something different on purpose because I really want to be a YouTuber all of a sudden. Okay. All right. So let me share my screen. Share my live. Share my live. Okay. Okay. Can y'all see that? Okay. So this is a clip from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, I remember this moment when Phaedra told Candy that she loved her more than she loved Apollo. And I believed her. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Okay. Because one, Phaedra was going through a lot. And Apollo was doing a whole lot. Okay. All right. He had bitches and, he was going to jail and Phaedra was kind of showing the world that she didn't really give. Well, I'm going to say this. She was putting on a good front of, I'm really not bothered by this. What, baby? He ate you. Why would he do that? Hold on, y'all. I gotta go get a water. Hold on, I gotta go to my basement. Hold on, I'll be right back, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm back. So I remember her saying, that what was she saying? She was saying that, she was putting on a really good front of like not really caring about what was going on, in her personal life. She was holding it together for the public really well. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all. During that time, I felt like Candy was a little bogus because remember when Apollo was hiding stuff in her house? Y'all remember that? And Candy, Phaedra was like kind of feeling some type of way towards Candy, and she like, Candy was y'all. If y'all ask me, there's nothing wrong with the whole the system trying to take a black man out, mentality. There's nothing wrong with that. But does that trump your friendship? You know what I'm saying? Like, if now I'm gonna say this, I understand Phaedra. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I look back on a lot of that situation, and I feel like there was a lot of fakeness on both ends. And I'm gonna tell y'all why in just a second. Hey, real buddy, how you doing? I think I seen Blaze come up in here. Hey, Blaze, buddy. Okay, hold on, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button on y'all way in. Okay, y'all, I'm back. KJ, do you want a bagel or do you want some of this cinnamon delicious cinnamon brioche bread by Pepperidge Farms? Huh? Yeah, I'm straight trolling my son. Okay, like I am trolling him. Okay, because he trolls me all day and all night. She say real hey Dicky Doo, not Dicky Doo. Then like his Peter. But anyway, um, I feel like it was a lot of fakeness going on because Phaedra knew that Apollo was like a whole criminal, and she didn't want really nothing to do with him once they got in the public. And I can understand that from her standpoint of being like an attorney or whatever, and not wanting to be seen as like, you know, no, but that it was indeed her husband. Okay, I'm not saying that she's right, honey. Can I finish? If you gonna be a part of the commentary, you gotta let me finish.
You said she right, but she's not right.
Because you gotta look at it from her position of being an attorney. So she was supposed to risk her
everybody was talking about her because of how she looked out.
Nobody said, first of all, anyway, nobody listening to me. So no, I think she did the right thing as far as her being an attorney. You cannot be an attorney. No, you can't. You can't even be a radio personality and have something to do with a criminal. Hence Shirley Strawberry. It happens and you lose everything you got because of what your spouse is doing. It just don't. It's not a good look. And if that's not God testing your love, anyway, y'all. Anyway,
what you gonna believe the people, or you gonna sleep by your man?
So you mean to tell me? You mean to tell? You know what? I'm not gonna ask you because yeah, that's what you.
But am I gonna hold it down for you, criminal? Yes.
You. That's babe. I'm not saying she's right. I'm saying from her professional standpoint, her being an attorney, it was wise to divorce him and distance herself from him.
Yeah, I mean, attorney.
Was she wrong? Was she wrong? But I already said that she was okay with it until the public found out about it.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Was she wrong?
I never said she was right. I'm just saying. So okay, so because he's going to jail and threw his life away stealing cars and taking people money. Keep in mind they have 2 children. I feel if they would have done this together, right? But keep in mind he was cheating. Okay, all right. He was getting caught in his criminal activity. So the whole family's supposed to go down, like Teresa and Joe. So because you stupid, now I gotta go to jail and be away from our kids.
No. Like if he was doing the stuff while they was together, then that's different.
I mean, exactly,
if he did the stuff when they was young and then now they reality personality that she caught up.
That's kind of what happened, right?
Okay, that's different.
He got caught up for some stuff he did in the past, right?
That's different.
But babe, you gotta look at it from the professional point. She's
from
a lawyer.
From the professional point, it happened before she filed with the attorney.
But they were already going through some things because he was cheating. So to her, it's like, okay, nigga, karma. All right, to the left.
It have nothing to do with his trials and stuff. That's different.
No. I felt all of that part was wrong, like keeping the kids away from him. You know, Phaedra did too. She did.
She did too much because of what the public was saying. That's what I'm telling you.
I think she was acting like that towards him, on top of the fact that he was messing around with other women and making. Remember what he was doing with Kenya? Remember that? No. But anyway, y'all. Hey, SBK. Okay, y'all. So what I was trying to say was, before I was really interrupted, okay, was that, you know, by a whole somebody that if I got caught up in a criminal case right now, they would act like they didn't know me, okay? Throw me to the wolves, Won't put no money on my books. Not gonna bring my kids come see me. Okay. No, I'm just playing. KJ, do you want a bagel or do you want some of this? Look, it's a cinnamon bread. You want cinnamon bread? Okay. You better eat it too, booger. But anyway, y'all. So I feel like there was a lot of fakeness because Phaedra was trying to act like she was too good to stand by Apollo and while he was going to jail and stuff. And then the even pettier part about it was he was trying to hide stuff from the IRS, y'all, right? And she got mad at Kandi and basically told the IRS people that he was hiding stuff at Kandi crib. Now, me personally, y'all, I thought that was super petty. Okay. It was funny. All right. It was freaking hilarious. But it was petty because it's like, and I'm going to say this too, though. I feel like that was Phaedra's lick back, okay, from him doing all that stuff he was doing with Kenya, okay. He wasn't, I want to say she said he wasn't coming home at night. He would be outside with his friends and stuff, all while she was pregnant and all that kind of stuff. So, I'm not saying that Phaedra's like right or anything like that. I'm just pointing out to y'all that I thought it was fake for Phaedra to act like, he wasn't her husband. You know what I'm saying? I can understand why she did some of the things she did from a professional standpoint, only because you really cannot be a whole lawyer out here working for the government and laid up, with the ops. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, Apollo was the ops. Like he had got caught. You know what I'm saying? The people was coming to their door, looking for the stuff, looking for the money, looking for the cars. And you just can't get caught lacking like that and think, your lawyer wife or your lawyer husband gonna stand behind you. Because if they do, then they're gonna lose everything. And then your kids are gonna be broke and hungry while both of y'all sitting in jail, like Teresa and Joe Judice. I like them too. I really like Teresa, but no, they're not. But he had to move back to Italy too. See, that's what I'm saying, babe. You don't understand.
That's a plea he took.
He had to because he's is he still he's an immigrant? I don't even know why I talk to you because let me tell y'all something, okay? Jim, all right, clearly is ride or die. He feel like if he go to jail tomorrow, I'm supposed to stand beside him, right? Right. I agree with him. But if I was a lawyer, babe, if I was a lawyer, I'm telling you right now, I have to act like I don't know you. I'm supposed to get you out of it knowing that you're guilty. You know what? Knowing my dumb ass, I probably would do that. Okay. And then be like, I don't know why I'm going to jail, Mom. I don't know. Jim got into some type of trouble. I don't know, y'all. But anyway. No, I wouldn't be lying saying I thought she was innocent. I would be saying I knew he was guilty and I still took the damn case. But anyway, y'all. Phaedra was mad at Kandi because she felt like Kandi chose Apollo over her. Okay? And Kandi was side-eyeing Phaedra during this time, y'all, because she like, you acting like you don't care. You acting like, this ain't no sweat off your back. Why you mad at me for helping him? Honestly, y'all, it wasn't really Kandi that was helping him hide stuff. It was Todd. And in my opinion, Kandi, you leaving? Okay, I love you. Have a nice day. You want to tell YouTube bye?
See y'all later.
Tell the ops bye too. Say bye, ops. I don't really think it was Kandi's fault, because she didn't want to get in the way of her husband and what they had going on. You know what I'm saying? And Phaedra kind of was like mad at Kandi. So I'm gonna play this clip for y'all so y'all can see where they kind of like break up. Because Kandi is mad at Phaedra. But she like, girl, you run around telling everybody, you went around telling everybody that me and you had odds, but you're not even talking about your own relationship. And Phaedra's response to her was, well, Kandi, I feel like, I love you more than I love my husband. And y'all, I believe that Phaedra was being sincere because, a lot of times in friendship, and I'm speaking for myself, I need my friends, when I'm having like a really, bad day. And sometimes my husband be a part of that bad day. Okay. Because if you have children and a spouse, okay, whether you're a man and a woman, sometimes your significant other gets on your fucking nerves, okay? And if it's not for your friend, okay, or like family holding you up, you know what I'm saying? Things become really, difficult. And when you don't have friends, and like I feel like everybody needs a support system, an individual support system. Like I feel I have a individual support system, and I have, people who support my marriage, people who support my family. And when I say my family, I mean my husband and my children. You know what I'm saying? Like KJ, what is you over there doing? You know what? I can't. I can't. KJ, do you want me to make you turn that game off? I don't care what that guy is doing to you. You don't need to be hollering like that. So you want me to yell at him because of what he's doing to you? Here, come on. Yeah, I didn't make KJ this gourmet breakfast only for him not to eat it. I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm really sick of this boy, okay? I'm ready for him to leave my home and cleave to his wife and get on her nerves, okay? Because, baby, all right, the things I be going through, it's at the table where you need to be eating at. Huh? Hmm? Okay, y'all, my bad. I know y'all like, Mom, why you just didn't do all this bingo live? Because I didn't want to. Because I didn't want to. Okay. Because I didn't want to. As soon as I got the little people up out my door, okay. And then somewhere around this business, but after all the stuff on you know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna make some bacon and some I was gonna make some bacon and a bagel, but I guess I decided not to, because I gotta take my vitamins and stuff. And when you take vitamins and supplements, you have to have something heavy up on your stomach, so you won't be like weird all day. I say nauseous. Okay, oh shit. Oh my God. Can y'all still hear me? Yeah, I didn't drop my thing. Oh. Can y'all hear? Can anybody hear me? Is anybody in the chat? Is anybody in the chat? Anybody see me? Oh, I'm straight up trolling. Okay, so I'm gonna play this clip for y'all, and y'all tell me what y'all think about what Phaedra is saying. Hold on.
You didn't even cry to her about your husband. You crying about our friendship. Maybe I loved you more than I loved my husband. Really? That was really sweet, Pedro. But now, that's when I can't take what you say seriously. I can't take it.
Do y'all hear that? So Candy basically starts laughing at her, right? I didn't mean to do that. But Candy basically starts laughing at her, y'all. And in my own little humble opinion, I want to go back up. Can I go up? Yeah.
If someone
Okay,
told me my
that's
husband
not
was
it.
Megan, I was
That's not what I want. Okay. Okay. I stopped sharing it. But anywho, so Candy basically starts laughing and she like, girl, I can't take what you say seriously. But did y'all see Phaedra face? Hold on. Because I want y'all to see this. Cowboy fans is loyal folks. We don't switch out or lose or huh? Okay, look. I'm a gangster. I'm a so special. Okay, y'all, hold on. So we gonna share this. All right, this is what we're gonna do. Share screen. Okay. Okay, look. So look at her face. Look at Phaedra's face when okay, look.
You didn't even cry to her about your husband. You
Uh-oh.
crying about our friendship. Maybe I loved you more than I love my husband. Really? Consider that. That was really sweet, Pedro. But now that's when I can't take what
Look
you
at her face. Look at her face, y'all. Look at her face. Look at her face. Look at her face.
say seriously. I can't take it. You didn't even cry to her about your husband. You were crying about our friendship. Maybe I loved you more than I love my husband. Really? Consider that. That was really sweet, Pedro. But now that's when I can't take what you say seriously. I can't take it.
Now, I think you're bored. You're boring, Vaughn. Oh Lord, I don't know why you keep playing like this. You're boring, Vaughn. Well, I mean, you don't have to watch. You know what I'm saying? You could have like kept it moving. You know what I'm saying? But no, you just had to come over here and hate. You know what I'm saying? But did y'all see the look on her face? It's like I don't know. Like she looked really kind of hurt. You know. And when I was rewatching this clip, I was thinking to myself, I wonder if this is when Phaedra started plotting her revenge on Candy. Like for real. Because Phaedra ended up spreading a rumor, a lie, against Candy to Portia. Do y'all remember that? Hmm. Y'all, this brioche cinnamon bread is a champ, okay? It is the change. Y'all hear me? Mm. I ain't said grace or nothing. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me get myself together. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. And I'm talking about, okay, so I'm bringing this stuff up, y'all, because I'm kind of wondering if this whole Candy and Todd divorce breakup is some type of karma. Because I'm watching I'm watching all the clips and stuff that's coming out about Candy and Todd. And Candy is very dismissive of people's feelings. And one thing I know in a marriage, y'all, or even just a relationship, period, it is not healthy to dismiss your partner's feelings. Like I've done it, it's been done to me. And if you ask me, it gives the enemy a foothold. You know what I'm saying? To like divide y'all. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think a lot of marriages don't last because and I'm not just saying just young people. I'm saying people in general. I mean, not young people in general, not just young people, but you know, it, it, just being human. We kind of get caught up in how we feel. And I'm gonna say this: I'm not saying that Todd is perfect or no type of angel, but I'm observing both of their behavior towards each other. And when this clip popped up on TikTok, I was like, yo, Candy, like with the whole Phaedra situation, she didn't really have no emotions about it until she was directly affected. If y'all go back and watch the clips or whatever, when Phaedra and Candy was like kind of beefing, and Phaedra was going through the things that was going on in her marriage, Candy really was like whatever. And Candy was also kind of calling Phaedra out. And I'll be honest and say, I don't see anything wrong with holding your friend accountable, but I do feel that there are certain things you just shouldn't do in front of everybody when you call yourself a friend to someone. Like, if you know your friend is going through something and they're putting on a good face of like, I'm not bothered, I don't care, but like when nobody else is around, they're crying on your shoulder. I feel like you should protect that because the outside world don't care about your friend like you're supposed to care about your friend, and the same thing with your spouse. You know what I'm saying? Like in front of everybody, it should be all good. Everybody sleeping at night, everybody eating good, right? Even if your friend really like be hungry or whatever, right? Ain't nothing wrong with holding your friend accountable, but do you do that in front of people? Especially when it has something to do with like their personal life. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's okay to check your friend in the public with certain things. Like if they're behaving, I'm gonna put it to you like this. Like if you know your friend can be better than what they are, and they constantly doing certain stuff, and you finally just be like, hey, every time we come outside, you do this stupid ass shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it'll make you an even better friend if you are receiving of the criticism, especially if you're like one of them people that, you're considerate of other people's feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like you want somebody to let you know when you're doing wrong. You don't want to just be out here looking any kind of way and ain't nobody saying nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like I'm gonna put a show together, y'all, because these clips are going viral. Okay. Mind y'all, if you a Real Housewives fan, you've already seen all this stuff. I know I have. And y'all, my mama called me early this morning. I think I need to go ahead and hang up this live. It looked like she called me when I was in the kitchen. But I want to go more into this subject with y'all because I love Housewives. I am a huge Candy fan, and I have always noticed that Candy gets emotional when things affect her directly, which to me is like okay because on a certain level, when you're like a superstar, there's a lot of stuff you really can't care about. You can't give your energy to. You know what I'm saying? When you're like making money and stuff. And I do believe Candy is a good friend. I think she's a great friend. However, when it comes to this whole Phaedra, Apollo, and Todd situation, I think Candy kind of threw Phaedra to the wayside to protect her own relationship. And I'll be even honest with I'll take it as far as to say she made the right choice because the way Phaedra did her was bogus. Okay. But did Candy make the right decision throwing her friendship away with Phaedra only in the end for Todd to do her dirty too? Now I mean that is true, Scorpio Mama, and that's why I like them because they all drama queens. Hey, Miss WD. Good morning, honey. Okay, y'all, look. My food is good. My vitamins are waiting. I have to call my mother back. And I'm going to be doing some content on these housewives. The conversation about uh uh Candy and Todd. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't wanna like I'm gonna say this. Until Candy come out here and say Todd was opportunist in her and all this kind of stuff, I don't know if I'm gonna say all that. Because I really believe Todd got tired of being at home with some kids by himself. I really strongly believe that Todd has been resenting Candy since her mother and all the other people around her basically was saying he wasn't good enough for her. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I feel like Candy had his back in certain situations, and in other situations, I feel like she could have been better. Rewatching some of these clips, Candy was a little messy, and that's okay because I talk too much too. Okay, I done told my mama and some things. Let me not say my mother because my mother is not messy at all. Okay, my husband and I both, when we were younger, told some people some stuff in our family that we wish we never had did that because folks be messy as hell. And we've even told each other some things other people have said, which is also considered messy, you know, and got into it with people, and it caused issues. You know what I'm saying? And that's another reason why I'm kind of talking about this kind of stuff because, right to me, well, let me not say to me. My husband and I know who to talk to and who not to talk to. It's certain people that we just can't talk to because they're messy and they wanted us to break up or they wanted us to not be together. And we also know what to tell each other and what to not tell each other. Because now I know some people like, how do you keep stuff from your spouse? In a healthy marriage and in a healthy relationship, you do not tell your spouse everything. Your spouse does not need to know your every thought. If your family members or your friends say something bad about them, you don't go and tell them, or you don't repeat it on Mad Day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't stir the pot and add fuel to a fire. You just don't do that. I credit my mistakes to being young. You know what I'm saying? And I also credit my husband's mistakes to being young, because we are from the city of Chicago, y'all. And I just gotta be honest, okay? All right. Roasted and talking shit is a part of an argument. Okay? All right. You be like, what? I know your ugly ass ain't talking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you, when you're young like that. Now, I'm not gonna say everybody does that. I really don't care what other people do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like every relationship is different. Some people don't argue at all. Some people never have a problem that they feel like they need to take to other people, and that's okay. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? I will say I'm not gonna take it to the extreme and say things like, but that's abusive, because some people look at that as, oh, it must be something malicious going on in that relationship, and to me that's not always the case. And I'm saying to me because my perception of what is healthy for other people, really ain't none of their business, and it's really none of mine. You know what I'm saying? It's just how I look at things. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. So I don't like when people speak on other people's relationships and they be saying things like it's so true. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you notice with this whole Candy and Todd thing, I'm saying I believe, it's alleged. Whole time Todd could have probably been over there doing her dirty. Okay, whole time she could have been over there doing Todd dirty, stuff behind the scenes. We don't really know about. So I don't like speaking on people's relationships as if I am 1,000% know what I'm talking about, or even giving my opinion on people, thinking just because I've gone through it means that other people have gone through it. I don't like that. To me, that's a little arrogant, and you got all the damn answers. It's like, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then some people just be miserable. They think because they didn't been through all these hard, jacked up things that everybody else is going through it. And that's not always true. I done been through some jacked up shit that I've shared with my own mom that she's never even been through. Or one of my friends. And they've been through things that's jacked up that I've never experienced, but nobody is sitting up thinking, oh, I know you going. It's like some people are just not healthy, like for real. They're weird. But what I will say is, I thought Candy and Todd, I still feel like there's room for them to reconcile and get, stay together. Y'all, this bread is so good. Like, it's so good. Scorpio mama says she is ungrateful. Okay. You feel like Candy is ungrateful or her mom? Because I feel like her mother is very ungrateful. And she's entitled. I feel like Candy wanted a house husband and not a real husband. Which is okay because, hell, these men get married and they just want us to be at home with their kids. They don't want us to be real people. Yeah. Don't get me started. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go. Make sure y'all hit the like button. And ask yourself, do you think you can love your friends just as much as you love your spouse? Do you think it's healthy for you to love your friend more than you love your spouse? I don't think it's healthy to love your friends more than you love your spouse. There's something wrong there. But I don't think that it's wrong to have a healthy friendship, you know, outside of your spouse. I also don't think it's abnormal to love your friends just as much as you love your spouse. And in fact, I don't feel you should have to choose. You know, and I'm saying this from experience. You know, you shouldn't want your spouse's whole world to be about you. You know what I'm saying? And you shouldn't ask your spouse to choose between you and your friends or even them and their family. You know what I'm saying? It's not normal. Mm. Okay, Miss WD. You think it was about the prenup. You know what? I think I can agree with that because he was like, it's like she didn't have no feeling. And I have to be honest and say, I think she was right to be cutthroat in a situation like that because when our feelings are involved as women, we can make some pretty dumb decisions. I do think it's strange that he, like, I'm gonna put a show together, Miss WD, because I want y'all to see how pressed he would be over stuff like Candy giving the girls, because remember, he has his daughter before Candy, and then she has Riley. How pressed he was over Candy be giving the girls like money and wanting them to live, a nice lifestyle. And I feel like when a man is insecure about what he can't do for you, or like when he's insecure about what he can't do for his children, he'll kind of be a hater. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll feel some type of way. And I feel like Todd was I feel like he was insecure, because one, you got all these people speaking bad against him, including her own mother, family, close friends, TV show friends. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was saying all these messed up things about him. And I kind of feel like he let that ruin their relationship. And I also feel like Candy let that ruin their relationship because even though she defended him, I feel like she could have defended him a little bit more with her mom. And the reason why I keep saying her mom is because her own mother was like saying, "Oh, I know Todd is an opportunist," but it's like from what Candy told all of us, she was taking advantage of her own daughter as well. So if you ask me, it takes an opportunist to know an opportunist. You know what I'm saying? Like I respect Candy's mother as her mother, but how I look at it is you it takes one to know one. That's just what how I feel about it, looking back at it. She put credit cards in Candy's name. You know what I'm saying? She was spending all the money. And it's like every man that Candy that came in Candy life, it's like because she knew she could take advantage of her daughter. She didn't want nobody else trying to come in and take advantage of her daughter. And sometimes you got to look at things just like that. I'm not saying her mother does not love her. I'm not saying that her mother was, you know, um, just, you know, trying to use her. I feel like that's just the truth. She didn't want a man to come in and take her place. You know what I'm saying? and then the man be like bring attention to the fact like, you do a lot for your mama, more than what's expected. Even though I feel like with anybody, because if you say that to me, I'm gonna be like, huh? What you mean I do a lot for my, like, that's my mama. That's kind of like a sticky subject. You know what I'm saying? So, but I agree with you, Miss Huda. I definitely think that he felt some type of way about that prenup, and on top of that, the way that everybody was treating him. She said, "Yeah, some of them older women can be stupid too." Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna say this: if I came into some money, I know exactly, okay, who would always try to be in my pocket. And I'm gonna say this, y'all. Well, I'm not gonna say that, but just know, y'all, it wouldn't be my mama. Don't need some nothing, okay? You sometimes you just know your family. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same way, with me. Like, I know I would do a lot for my mom. And if Jim was like, oh, you do too much for your mama, it'd be like, huh? Oh, you supposed to listen to your husband. Yeah, when he talking sense, but not when he telling me not to do something for my mother. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it made sense, I would listen to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he'd be like, Kevon, you just bought your mama two houses. What does she need a third house for? I would sit back and I would be like, you know what, Jim, you right. But if he said, oh, if something was to happen to you, leave me the money and I'll take care of your mama. Huh? Do I trust you to do that? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That's a good question. I don't know because I don't think he would purposely not do for my mom, and I don't think he would unintentionally not do for my mom. So I guess you can say if I died, I would leave my money with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? I guess you got to kind of look at that too. Like, they're married, and if something happens to him, she didn't want to leave her money with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is kind of like really hard because if I died and I had money, there's nothing in my body that tells me Jim would purposely do my mother wrong, my aunt, my grandparents, not even our kids. There's nothing that says to me in my like gut, don't leave your money to him. So I guess we gotta look at this, in a whole different kind of way. But I will say, like, that's something you gotta kind of think about too, y'all. She was married to this man. Man, usually your spouse is supposed to be somebody that you trust, and she wasn't really making business decisions, or should I say legal decisions, future decisions, as if she trusted him. Because I got to keep it real. When I just asked, like, would I? The answer is yes. I would leave my money to Jim to help take care of my family. I absolutely would. And matter of fact, I know he would get it done. So I'm gonna put a show together, y'all. Okay, and I'm gonna give y'all my opinion on all of this stuff. Men will go as far as you let them. Yeah, and I'm gonna say this. I know that I know what my husband, financial situation is if something is to happen to him. And he knows, just like I know, if he left, some money for his baby sister or, his father, I'm absolutely gonna give them that money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, I'm really thinking about this. Like, wait a minute, let me find out Candy is the villain this whole time. No, I was just playing, y'all. I was just playing. But let me find out. Cause I love me some Candy, and I'm gonna say It seems to me like, she was able to get her a man and them kids, and somebody played themselves thinking they could play her. Okay. Let me find out Candy is the villain around this bad boy. Y'all know what? I love a villain in the superhero story, but I like when the villain is really the not the victim, but like the victor. You know what I'm saying? It's like they appear as the villain, but they really, just made the decisions that they made so that they could survive. I love stories like that. Okay. It all come with a price, right, Scorpio Mama? All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna go because I got some more ratchet music to listen to. I gotta get some stuff together before these kids get out of school. And I love y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. It wasn't a lot of y'all, okay, but I love y'all anyway. All right. I appreciate all my support, whether it comes in great numbers, okay, or just the too few. Because guess what? I'm Vaughn, okay. I've never, ever, ever, ever in life met a stranger, okay. And I want to be everybody's friend, and everybody wants to be my friend. So, you know, this is kind of what I tell myself sometimes. Just to make myself feel better. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see anything wrong with that. So make sure y'all hit the like button. I love y'all, and I'm gonna change the thumbnail on this, and maybe I won't go live so early in the morning because oh, I see a lot of y'all being here sleep. But I'ma holler at y'all when I see y'all. All right, and y'all have a blessed and beautiful and wonderful day. And I really do hope everybody has a wonderful day because I'm going to have a wonderful day no matter what happens today. Okay, I don't care if KJ throw 1,000 tantrums. I don't care if he don't eat that oatmeal that's over there on the table. Why he think he's slick? Okay, he done took the bacon and the cinnamon bread and disappeared, even though his little bad butt needs to be eating at the table. Okay, I don't care if Gemma don't do her homework today. Okay, look, y'all, I don't care. Okay, I don't care if she started crying when I was sit down and make sure she do her homework. I'm going to have a great day. All right. So y'all have a nice day. I love y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button on your way out. And peace be still and with y'all. Bye.